So, in episode 122 of Confidence Coaching with Heidi Benjaminsen, I talked to you about observing your thoughts and how to do that. How do we watch what we're thinking? It's going on inside of our head, but this is such a very, very important skill to have because everything we're thinking then influences how we feel and how we act. Everything we've created in our lives is because we have been thinking something. And this is a skill because guess what? Thoughts just come in and out of our head. And thoughts, then the things that we believe are just the things that we've been thinking over and over and over again. And what trips people up sometimes is thinking that thoughts are real and that every single thought then means something about us, right? So listen to the podcast for a little bit more on that. And I wanted to just give you some tips as you are trying to do this, as you're trying to learn this skill. I'm not really talking to you in this episode about then how to pivot and how to question them, because really being aware of what's going through your mind is so transformational. I'm telling you. You want to do it in a quiet time. There are lots of times I can't stop and really think about what I'm thinking. So I want you to start small. And really the best time is to get yourself some stillness and to really have that quiet. So there's no distractions. And this can be done for 5 minutes in the car. You don't need to be anywhere special to do it. What I want you to know is our thoughts are separate from us. The best way for us to really get a handle on them and to really see them, again, we want to see them without any judgment, is to really think of them as if they are separate from us. They're in our heads, but they really are separate from us. They do not create our identity. Now, what we continue and what we choose to think about ourselves is what becomes our identity. But our thoughts are not us. Okay. We don't have to believe them. That's one of the tricky things that some people think, well, I've been thinking this, but guess what? We don't have to believe every single thing that goes through our heads. We get to decide what we do with those thoughts. Think of them like they're coming to your front door. You get to decide who you answer the door for and if you're going to invite them in. The thoughts might come there. We don't have to invite them in and make them well at home in our heads and in our lives. Okay. The best way to do this is to really start with very simple, practical, ordinary parts. What am I thinking as I'm making dinner? What am I thinking when I first wake up? When I'm happy, what am I thinking? What am I thinking as I'm driving somewhere? Just do it in the ordinary times and with any emotion, not just a negative emotion, like really practice. What am I thinking when I'm feeling really good in this situation? What am I thinking as I'm about to go pick up my spouse from the airport? Like whatever it is, notice the thoughts. Don't take them too seriously because sometimes, and don't judge them. That's another really important thing. Do not judge, okay, this is right or this is wrong. I hear my clients say that to me too. They're like, "Oh no, well this is terrible. You're going to think this." And I'm like, "No, I'm not." Because guess what? I have those same exact thoughts. And sometimes I even say that to my coach too, like, "Oh no." And then I realize that's the worst thing to do. I'm never going to then get into my head and really see what's there if I'm thinking that I'm thinking something that's right or wrong. Okay. The last thing here, looking at our thoughts is like peeling an onion. At the top layer, there's always like that thought that we can really see. And then we peel it back and we peel it back. And underneath, that's where we get to the gold of what am I really thinking that is creating either this happiness or this resistance or this anger in my life. Today, I was coaching a client who was telling me lots of things that she believed. And as we got through it, we kept on uncovering more and more onion layers. And we got down to her thinking, oh, this person should not be asking me these things. These people should not be requesting this of me. When we saw that, we then were able to identify, oh, this is where we need to do our work. Okay. So just think of it as peeling back that onion. When you want to take this work to a much deeper level, make sure you sign up for a free consult call on HeidiBenjaminsen.com and listen to the podcast. You can find it on my website or anywhere you listen to your podcasts.